chat. Now, the discussion is changing a little bit. It is important that we talk about this now because, like 2 days ago on the social media, there was actually a post of a gentleman who went to buy sachet water, and 2 sachet waters, what we call the pure water, and when he was about to take a drink, it discovered there were worms inside of it. And, of course, it took a picture or a video and posted on the social media to create awareness. And, you know, we got thinking and we said, we need to talk about this. Do we have is there a regulatory commission in place, and what are they doing? Who regulates what we drink on the streets? And to help us do that this morning, we have a guest, Ahmed Kabiru Abdullahi. He is Executive Secretary, Lagos State Water Regulatory Commission. He's right here. Good morning.
You're welcome, sir. Good morning.
So, there are so many issues. Romelia was tugging at my cloth and almost taking your hat off that there is no water in Lagos, there is no water in town, and she knows she has spent so much getting water. Where these waters come from, a source. You have the boreholes, people sell water on the streets, and of course the story I just told you now, worms. I have it on my page on Facebook. Worms dancing all around the water. We have tap water, we have sachet water, your bottled water. I often told a situation where we bought water for a wedding, and I don't even want to mention the top selling bottled water company. We opened it and we had black particles inside. What are you people doing? Please, let us know.
Thank you very much. The Lagos State water sector has been left for a very long time without regulation. The Lagos State Water Regulatory Commission in Nigeria is the first such organ to come up and regulate the water sector. There has been no regulation in the country.
It was set up in 2014.
2012.
2012.
Yeah. Pursuant to the 2004 water sector law.
Okay.
Now, in the West, it's also the second of its kind in the West African sub-region, second to that of Ghana. Now, the sector has been left for quite a long time without regulations, and as such, a lot of things were happening. These happenings, these things you referred to, are basically what led the government into institutionalizing the Lagos State Water Regulatory Commission to provide regulatory guidelines for all stakeholders in the water sector so that they can conduct their business in line with certain regulations by the government. And as well, over time, they spoke about shortage of water. Investments in water are very, very huge, requiring very huge costs. The government has continued to invest billions of naira into the water sector over time, but up to now, we are able to provide 33% of the water demand. Yes, just within this month, we commissioned 2 mini water works in Alimosho and in Egbe.
Okay.
Before the end of the year, we'll be commissioning the Adion 2 at the cost of 54 billion. Now, investments in water are very, very huge. We found out that with all this investment over time, we're able to cover that 3%. Also, the population continues to increase. So, the remaining 67% is being provided for through water abstraction, through boreholes. And even the boreholes, too, are left for a long time without regulation. So, a lot of things were happening, ranging from supply of poor quality water to the issue of abstraction and even over abstraction in certain instances. So these problems, and in the coastal area we also have another type of problem that...
what are the problems that?
Yes, the coastal areas of Victoria Island, Lekki, are also experiencing saltwater intrusion into the fresh water.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now, with all these things happening, the essence, that provides the essence for establishing the regulatory commission. Check the issue of pollution. Pollution is not only on the water that is brought out for supply.
Okay.
Okay, pollution has gone to the extent that even the groundwater is also being polluted.
How is this so?
Yeah, some from the construction of the method of construction of boreholes. There is a way you construct it professionally so that surface water will not be passing through the casing into the groundwater and contaminating the water. Some of the pumps that we even use to pump out water are also leaking oil. Some of them are substandard. Now and there are also activities of certain unscrupulous elements that discharge the effluents untreated into the ground also, instead of disposing it properly through LOMA or the waste disposal agencies.
No, Mr. Abdullahi, when you were talking before the show came on, I asked you if you wanted to phase out the borehole drilling process, and you said no, you're going to regulate it. How do you hope to go about regulating it?
Now, the borehole drilling process is something that has been left. Yeah, borehole is not an option.
Why not? Why don't you mean that?
It is not an option. It's an option of necessity. Okay, but it is not a basic option in the provision of potable water.
Okay.
Presently, in Lagos State, the State Water Corporation is producing the best quality water to supply to the people. But the challenges are the quantity is not enough, and we are working hard to develop such quantity. By the year 2020, with the informal sector being regulated and government increasing in its drive to provide water, we'll get there by the year 2020, the next 4 years. That's the plan we're working upon. And in effect, we're able to provide 33%. A country like the UK is also able to provide 48%. 52% is being provided through water abstraction through the private sector. Now what they had is that they have a well-regulated and coordinated private sector.
Now
that is exactly what we are working to achieve. So if they have 48 and have 33, you could see that we are moving in that direction. But by the time we regulate the private sector, it will open up the sector for participation, for private investment, and even investment from outside the country.
Okay, Mr. Ahmed.
Already coming now.
Mr. Ahmed, Romelia raised a point. I live in Lagos. We all live in Lagos. We still do not have water. You've given us a lot of statistics. You've given us a lot of reassurances. And people buy the sachet waters. And if you buy sachet water, the typhoid fever, malaria, and so many waterborne diseases.
More than half
people
who check into our hospitals today are doing so as a result of waterborne disease.
Exactly.
Understand? Now, essentially, the Lagos State Groundwater Quality Control Regulation provides that if you are drilling a borehole, you must get a permit for it. A borehole is a window into the air, and as such, it requires being managed by a certain level of technical know-how, or at least when a borehole is to be drilled, you want to be sure that there's a name tagged to it. There's somebody that's a trusted.
You can hold responsible.
Mr. Abdullahi.
And as well. Wait, hold on. Let me answer your question. I know you have so many questions. There are some things I want you to know. Okay, and it's also for the benefit of our viewers at home as well. Now, you have to actually participate in the water, in provision of water. You also have to obtain a license. Your driller that drills the borehole is also supposed to be licensed. We've been making...
These are ways you want to regulate the borehole.
Yes, it's our own regulations. Yes. Now, if the driller knows what to drill, that the borehole is drilled properly and it functions properly, provides the right quality water. Okay, you that you are managing it know what to do, and as well the abstraction itself. There are two issues to it. One is the quality of water, the quality, and that of the quantity. Now we're also experiencing over abstraction, which is currently a major problem in some countries. 9 out of the states of India are already facing this serious problem. The water underneath there is a resource. The more you abstract, of course, here in Lagos, a professor also revealed that we're abstracting more than nature is replenishing. And if the trend should continue in the next 21 years, we'll also not have water underground.
Wow, it's possible.
Yes.
That's a new one.
It's already happening. It has happened in so many states in the US. It's already happening in southern India. You can Google it, you see what the situation is. And as such, we're preparing towards that to ensure that of the four aquifers of water on the ground, the first aquifer is virtually has experienced a lot of pollution. Now, gone are those days in the former time, even at my own little age, I've experienced a time when we used to just dig shallow wells
and get water.
We used to drink it. Now you cannot do that. You'll have to go deeper. The second aquifer is now under serious pressure. Okay, with serious obstruction, and as well as the third aquifer. Very few boreholes are drilling from the fourth aquifer that has a very large reserve. Now, when these are properly regulated, we'll be able to coordinate from which aquifer of water certain boreholes are tapping. And there are large volume abstractors that take over 1 million liters a day. Okay, so we'll be able to manage the resources.
So as we round up now, Samet, I want to ask, people buy water from tankers. You know, tankers supply water to homes, businesses, restaurants, and everything. Who monitors those sales, those who sell water?
Yeah, we have a regulation on tankers. We're already working with the Lagos State Tankers Association on this. And very soon all these things will be put in place. The boreholes brought out the licensing and the permits regime that has been published. All water service are already obtaining their licenses. They're in the process of obtaining their licenses. Although there are still some that are still hiding. And we had a program of commencing with compliance monitoring within the third quarter. The third quarter is already here, so we'll be clamping down on some of them that are not complying with the regulations.
Mr. Bilai, quickly, I just wanted to just put figures to what we're talking about now. You're talking about borehole, trying to regulate borehole drilling. The first layer, second layer is under serious pressure. But I want to, some people pay as high as 25,000 naira a month to the Lagos Water Board. And now to drill a borehole, it's right within the range of 250,000 naira now, if I'm not wrong. If you pay 25,000 naira a month, it will take you 10 months for you. In 10 months, you'd have
to get your own
250,000 naira.
Get a borehole.
Now you drill a borehole. 1 year and 1 year hasn't even done. Now you drill a borehole. You're with your borehole 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. All you need to do is maintain it. All you need to do is service the pumping machine as the need may be. Now, is it not more economical for me to drill my borehole than to wait for the Lagos Water Board?
It is not economical.
Why is this?
In that, what you have just done, you have provided the infrastructure for the drilling to drill the borehole. The water is not yours. You're also supposed to pay for the water. The sector has been left without regulations, and that is why it is happening that way. But for domestic purposes, a single domestic tenement is allowed to abstract water 10-meter cube volume, equivalent of 50 drums for free. Okay, without, all you need to do is to pay for, obtain the permit for that borehole, renewable annually, but you don't pay for the water. But for all service providers that engage in sales or use of the water in large quantity, they are supposed to obtain permit for it and will also pay for the water abstraction.
Okay.
You are introducing water in
So
volume.
if I have a borehole in my house, I'll still be paying.
No, that's what I said. Your house, they allow you
10 gallons.
to abstract, provided you have a permit for it.
Okay.
If you have no permit for it, and I will also give you additional services. We'll
Okay.
check the quality of water to ensure that the water you are using is of the right quality.
Okay.
Give you the results. Okay, so twice a year we'll check the borehole. It is possible that a borehole today is hale and healthy, but after a while certain things will happen. It's only on the surface of the land that we have demarcations of plots.
All
This
right.
is your property, this is yours.
That is
but
yours.
underneath there is the same water. So
Okay.
pollution happens at one end, is polluting all.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We've been talking with Mr. Ahmed Kabiru Abdullahi. He's the Executive Secretary, Lagos State Water Regulatory Commission. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That I didn't understand most of what you said, but all the same, well, thank you for coming.
Comply with the regulations, get your licenses, get your permits.
Okay. All right, that is the show today. We want to thank you for being a part of it. We want to thank our guests coming in today. And, of course, we want to thank our viewers for watching, knowing fully well that you follow the program. Thank you so much. We do hope that you run with all that you've learned today. My name is Anura Benitez. Tomorrow, AM Chat continues. Have a blessed day.
Yes, and I am Romelia Esangbedio. Anira and I will see you again on Friday. Please do keep it this with us tomorrow.